Hello YouTube. Once again, I'm back with another video here. I just want to talk about the AirPods Max. I know I'm kind of late to the party. I'm sorry. I just haven't really wanted to review them or talk about it. I just wanted to just enjoy them. But this is what I think about them overall. Overall, they're great sounding headphones. They sound amazing for the money. I know people say the Sonys are better, but that's all subjective, honestly. I have the XM5s, and I personally think, oh, they're okay. They're not great. I mean, they're not bad either. I mean, for if you like them, that's cool. You have a right to like them and enjoy them as much as anybody else. I'm not saying that if you don't have the money to get the AirPods Max, the Sonys are definitely a good alternative, definitely a secondary option, of course. Or you could just get the AirPods Pro 2, which I might actually make a video later on those. But I just bought, this is just a third party case that I bought, just kind of a cheap case because we all know the case is not that great. And this is the Lightning version. I know there's a USB-C version, but I don't really have the money to get those right now. I just want to talk about the Lightning versions because I know there's not many changes between the two, except maybe some color changes and a charging port change and lossless audio. But that's just, I don't think it really matters, does it? I don't really know if it makes a difference. To me personally, I don't think it will because I got a dedicated pair of headphones. The Sennheiser HD660 S2s are pretty good headphones for audiophile listening, or the Focal. The Focal LGs are pretty good. They're pretty good audiophile grade headphones, of course. But anyway, I'll just get to the review and just talk about the AirPods Max. So, right now I'm just going to take them out of the case here. Excuse the wires. They're kind of in the way. Anyway, here's what they look like. I've had them for a while, so they're going to have a couple of wear and tear here and there. But overall, let's talk about the sound first of all. That's the most important thing. And I think the sound is amazing for my taste, the music that I listen to. I think it has really good highs. It has really balanced, airy sound. It's really good. Though I wish it was a little louder. Of course, I do wish, and I do wish it wasn't as heavy. I do like the materials. I think they're premium. I think the materials are really premium. I think that's great. Overall, I think the comfort. Let me just take them out of the case here. Sorry, the camera's too close. Just take them out of the case here. Hold up. As you can see, this is kind of what they're kind of in rough shape because I've had them for a while. But overall, I think they're great headphones overall. I just think they're great. And I think they're I wouldn't necessarily wear them all the time. Comfort wise, I would say they're pretty comfortable for a while. I know a lot of people complain about them being heavy on the head and things like that. And so I know that can be a problem at times, but me personally, it doesn't really bother me that much. I can wear them, and it doesn't really bother me much. I know some people it probably does. They're pretty breathable. They're not sweat and water resistant, so I wouldn't recommend working out in them, of course. The battery life is okay. I do find myself charging them a lot, though they're rated at, I think, was it 20 hours or 24 hours? I can't remember. Though they're rated at either 20 or 24 hours. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But overall, I think they're great headphones. If I were to give them a rating, I know nothing's perfect, so I'm not going to give them a perfect rating because I know nothing in the world is perfect. I know there's no such thing as a perfect pair of headphones because everybody's different. Everybody sees things differently and, has different taste, of course. But overall, I'll give these a 9 out of 10. They're pretty good. Though I might have to revise it. I don't know yet. I just want to give it a 9 out of 10 because that's what I personally think. I personally think they're great headphones. Though I don't like the fact that you have to have a third-party case. I wish Apple would have gone a different route. They could have made a smart case that would have turned them off. I know a lot of people complain about the power, but not having a power button. I agree. To me, I don't really look into that much. I don't personally care for that because, I don't travel much, so it's not a big deal to me. I don't travel long distances, so I can't really give you any advice on that. But if you really were going to travel, I would suggest using Sony since they're lighter and they last longer, overall. But yeah, that's just what I think. I think the buttons are nice. I think they don't give you no EQ options, which, at this price point you would expect them to do. But you know how Apple is. Apple doesn't really like to do that. They like to play it safe. And I personally would have liked the EQ options. That would have been nice to be able to customize. But I don't really think you need to do much tweaking to them. I don't think they really need to be changed much. I think if Apple were to make a new pair, I don't know if they probably won't because Apple's already said they won't, but you never know. They could improve the comfort, the build quality. They could change the build quality, make it a little better. Maybe change the case and give more features. Maybe, who knows, maybe heart rate sensing, who knows, or maybe in-ear temperature, like they take your temperature or things like that, like the AirPods Pro 3. Forgive me, I kind of messed up there. AirPods Pro 3. Overall, I don't know what the AirPods Pro 3 are going to offer. I do have a pair of JBL Tour Pro 3s. They're the earbuds with the screen and the case, and I think they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They sound pretty good overall. I know this video is already long and drawn out. I apologize. I just wanted to talk about it and how I feel. And I'm just doing what I enjoy and just wanted to talk about it and just, and things like that. But overall, I think they're great. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it helped you. Now, one more thing I do want to mention before I end the video is I want to see. I don't know if you let me know if you'd recommend this in the comments. I'll comment and let me know if you would recommend these or not, or if you would. I mean, I want you guys to keep it civil. Don't bash somebody for liking them, or if you dislike them, just voice your dislike, but in a respectful manner. Because if you do if you're rude or anything, I probably won't pay attention to you. I don't pay attention to people who do that. I want you to know that I don't really pay attention to people who like to cause problems just because they don't like something. If you don't like something, you can voice it, but you got to do it you can do it in a respectful manner. You don't got to be hateful, of course. We don't tolerate that kind of behavior. I'm not saying people will, but I'm just saying if it does happen, you know what to do. But like I said, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this in the future. Overall, I think these headphones are decent for as long as I've had them. They've held up pretty well. Though I will mention that I have had some connection issues with them. Sometimes I'll have to reset them because at times they'll connect they won't connect and the noise cancel won't work. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a software problem or something that Apple could fix. And I'm hoping Apple will see this and will fix it because they have a lot of problems. And I don't know much. I know they said lossless can't work with the Lightning port, but if the Lightning port is capable of producing audio, then you would think Apple could make a way for it to happen. I mean, I'm not trying to be accusatory or accusing Apple of anything, or I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying that I feel like Apple is gatekeeping this feature to the latest ones to force people to upgrade. And that's what I personally feel, because I know people say hardware limitations, which it may be, I don't know. Because it's able to produce audio via the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. It's able to do that. So you think Apple could make a way, because Apple, you think Apple could do it. I personally think Apple could do it if they really wanted to. They could make a way. I know a lot of people may disagree with me, and that's fine. It's just what I personally think. It may be a limitation, but that's fine. I just don't really have the money right now. I just have these, and I still enjoy them. I don't really see no reason to upgrade right now. Anyway, I guess I don't think there's anything else to really say. Anyway, I guess I'm going to end the video here. Peace.